Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd just clear out some of the empties that I've stockpiled, not only over December I think, but November also. I have finished up quite a few of my regular items, particularly in the kind of skincare range, so I thought I'd show you what I've finished and what I thought of them. First of all, if you've watched me before, you'll know that I'm a fan of at least double cleansing when I've been wearing makeup, and often even not makeup. And I have a kind of variety of cleansers that I use, and I've actually run out of quite a few. So my most kind of basic cleanser when I've been wearing makeup is this Dermalogica Ultra Calming Cleanser, which is a milk. So you just slather it on, and I tend to wipe it off with a tissue, either actually a cleansing tissue like the Corres milk proteins, which I like, which can be used on their own, but also to cleanse this off, or with a damp cloth. I tend to use this with tissues rather than a damp cloth, and I've been using this for years, so it's definitely my favourite cleansing milk, although I have kind of veered away from milks to balms and washes more of recent years. So these tend to last me quite a while. I have still got a big bottle of this. This was a 250 ml, which was quite convenient for travel, and I've got a pump action, much larger salon size of this. Dermalogica used to be quite difficult to get hold of outside of specialist facialists or skin salons, but now it's sold a lot more widely. It's certainly there in Selfridges and other department stores. They're hypoallergenic products. I don't love all of them, but I do think overall it's a very consistent range. My kind of moan about it now is that it's almost a bit too complex. They've got too many different products, which I find a bit confusing, and I like skincare, but I do stick with this one, although I don't really regularly use any of the other products in the range now. I would say they're good on sunscreens as well. A lot of their products have high SPFs, which are worth looking at. So I don't need to repurchase this at the moment, but as cleansing milks go, I probably would go for that one again. As an alternative, I have been using this Patricia Wexler Dermatology Universal Anti-Aging Cleanser, which is a wash, a deep cleanse wash for all skin types. Only available, so far as I've been able to find it, in the United States. It was sold at Bath and Body Works. I haven't been for a couple of years. Unusually long time for me not to visit America. And so having stockpiled this, which is quite reasonably priced in Bath and Body Works, this was my last one. I like this because it leaves my skin feeling very clean but smooth. It has a pleasant smell. If you don't like fragrances, you won't like that, and it does last for a long time. And I find I can use it on my eye area without irritation. I mean, obviously not rub it right into your eyes, and I would use an eye makeup remover to remove mascara and anything closely around the eyes, but general eye makeup, it's fine with this. So I'm sad to have finished that up. If anyone here in the UK has tried this and knows of something similar, yeah, I'd be very happy to hear what your recommendations are. I did like the Thomas Peter Roth cleansing gel, which again is a wash off one, which I showed you last year. I might look at getting that as an alternative. The other alternative is balms, and this was a Diptyque one. Diptyque came out with their skincare range, I'm going to say about 18 months ago, maybe 2 years. Time flies. It took me ages to use this up. I started off absolutely loving it, then kind of slightly went off it, and then quite liked it again. It's very good for getting off quite a heavy makeup because it's pretty powerful. It's in the kind of Eve Lom cleansing balm range, but it is slightly oily. It has a very, very strong fragrance, kind of rose geranium, which I don't hate, but I didn't love. and I didn't like the texture it left on my skin quite as much as the Wexler one, but it was okay. But I don't think I will repurchase this. I'm less of a fan of the balms than the slightly lighter washes, I have to say. And then another product that features very regularly in my kind of double cleanse is the Bioderma, which I will use after I've used milk, balm or wash to kind of clear away the residue. Sometimes use it to take off makeup if I'm in a rush or if I'm doing multiple looks, because I find it's very gentle. I find it removes all but the most stubborn eye makeup, but I know other people don't. And I use it in the mornings as a kind of skin freshener. This is just a travel size, which is very convenient as I travel such a lot. The only thing I don't love is I bought this thinking, oh, well, I'll be able to, when I've used it, fill it up from my bigger ones that I use at home. But you can't actually unscrew this top. I guess they have rumbled what we might do and designed it that way, which is annoying. Whilst we're on the skin washes, here's another product that I tried. Had a very generous sample of the Aurelia Probiotic Skincare. This is a wash, so I've kind of answered slightly my question vis-a-vis the substitute for Patricia Wexler, because I did quite like this, and this is a similar product designed as a kind of gentle, nourishing wash that you remove with a muslin or a flannel. And I did like this. I think you can get it at Space NK. This has got a kind of slightly, is it minty or medicinal kind of, not minty, medicinal kind of fragrance, which again I don't love, but I probably prefer to the rose geranium. And I found it was agreeable on my skin. I didn't love the texture it left as much as the Patricia Wexler, but it was fairly similar. So I guess I will look at either that or the Peter Thomas Roth one as the substitute. Whilst we're on Peter Thomas Roth, here's one of the mini cucumber gel masks. I'm trying to remember to use my masks more because I definitely feel the benefit with my aging skin, regular masking, but don't really have that much free time to give them to myself. I just must remember to do it in the bath, I guess. This is the cucumber gel mask, which is described as extreme detoxifying hydration. I don't think it's that extreme. It's not that hydrating, but it's certainly not astringent in any way. It's gentle. Your skin just feels nicer afterwards. It's described as refreshing, cooling, moisturizing, calming, helps soothe dry, irritated skin. Yeah, I like it. I've got others. I think I had a multi-pack, and somehow I've got more of these cucumber ones. Again, jolly useful size if you travel a lot to use. Let's get that out of the way. I'm always saying I love the Mitchum 48-hour unscented deodorants. They work for me. Another slightly less successful product from Patricia Wexler was Under Eye Brightening Cream. I didn't hate it. It lasted for ages. I love the pump action, which is not working now that it's empty. There you go. It kind of pops up and pops down, which I felt was more hygienic, although it does slightly cake around the nozzle. They all do. But I didn't find it really particularly brightened my eyes. I prefer the La Mer brightening one. I forget the actual name for it. Definitely felt that was appreciably better than this one. So I won't be repurchasing that even if I could. I've been using a duo by Dr. Brandt, Glow Duo. There's an evening one and a day one with a lowish concentration of retinol, although higher than I think you would be able to buy here in Europe. I'd bought this in the States. This is the day one, which I've finished up. I've nearly finished the night one. Both of them have got rather unpleasant smells. I did think they made a slight difference. Certainly the night one, my skin looked a bit brighter in the morning. You have to be very careful about using a good SPF, even in gloomy England afterwards. So I don't know if I would buy this again, or I really need to speak to my dermatologist when I next see her about perhaps prescription retinol. Maybe the time has come. I know most people swear by it. I haven't really done it so far. I had a number of new products in my Advent calendar that I talked to you about. This was one that I finished, Cat Berkey Vitamin C Intensive Face Cream. Never heard of Cat Berkey before. Used this one up as it was convenient for travel. Very pleasant, fresh smell. Medium kind of viscous, dense cream. In other words, between lotion and cream. It wasn't a very solid cream. It was pretty readily absorbed. I like how it felt, but it was more lotion than cream. Not super moisturising if you were very dry, but a nice kind of all-purpose day cream. I can't say I felt it made a huge visible difference, but it felt very nice, and I wouldn't discount getting it again. I used up eventually a Bath and Body Works foaming antiseptic. Is it antiseptic? No. Gentle foaming hand soap, an Island Margarita. These soaps are not gentle, I have to say. They are effective. I like them in the bathroom for washing hands after the loo. But you do need a hand cream. I think they're pretty drying, but I do like them. I've still got a stockpile of those. They're easier to get on eBay. Used up a Chanel number 5. Nothing to say about that. You know I love Chanel and always will. And surprisingly enjoyed this actually, Super Cat, which I think is from Soap and Glory. Not a range I normally rave about, but I did find this was quite a good nib size for lining the eye with my shaky hands, although my favourite has now become, since then, the Chanel Hypergloss black gel, which I'm using with enthusiasm. So quite a few sort of favourites there that have run out in the last couple of months, and a few near it as well. So I'm having to kind of restock my cleansing regime, and I'll let you know how that goes on fairly soon. Until next time, bye for now.